Welcome back, friends, to another reading for the collective. My name is Ross, your favorite spiritual strategist and modern mystic here on the YouTube. And I post these videos every Tuesday and Thursday, tapping into the energy of the collective and offer these readings not as future predictions, just as different ways of seeing things. So if you found yourself here, then there might be something for you here. And if there isn't, that's all right. This is a timeless message. Feel free to share it with someone else who you think might benefit from it if it's not grabbing you. If there is something, though, that you have been wrestling with or thinking about, or anything that you need a different point of view, a different perspective, hold that in your mind. And what we will do is we'll breathe into that 3 times, in through the nose and out through the mouth, making a sound as we exhale. So, breathing in and out. 2 more times, breathing in and out. And last time, breathing in and out. So we're on the other side of the lunar eclipse. We are well into Mercury retrograde. And it seems like there is a choice here. Do we want to keep going with these, or do we want to stop with what we got here? That's what we'll stop with for now. So these popped out, and let me see here. They were, the one was covering it. So I think a way of looking at this is what you're seeing versus what's being hidden, or maybe what someone is showing you versus what their intention is. Page of Swords. You're learning. This has come up many times before. Swords relate to the air element, they relate to thinking and thought, and the page represents the student, the beginner, keeping that mind of the beginner. And at this stage, there might be all kinds of opportunities available to you. Like, look at all these birds, the multitudinous nature of our thoughts. This is a character who has gotten to the high ground, who is somewhat above the clouds, but still in them. So it's still that ideation phase where everything's exciting and anything seems possible. And from what I can understand about the astrology of these times, this is a time of beginnings. I mean, we've got the zodiac is beginning again. We've got the spring equinox coming up. So there is a lot of this beginning, and you might be looking at things with that beginner's mind. This is also the idea of really noticing your thoughts, really becoming the observer of those thoughts. I was just talking with my partner about this today, and what a wonderful student she is of her own observation, of her own behavior, of her own patterns. So maybe that's you. Maybe for the first time in your life, you're realizing that you are not your thoughts. You are the thinker of your thoughts. So that's maybe where we are right now. Or maybe this is the way you're presenting yourself as that student of the thoughts. Oh, and a happy ending is guaranteed. So when you start that kind of mental gymnastics is what's coming through. When you start that, it can seem quite tedious, it can seem quite difficult, but the 10 of Cups here represents a happy ending. It also has this rainbow, which in the Christian mythology was the symbol that God gave to Noah after the flood, promising that God would never throw a temper tantrum again and destroy the world. So, this is a promise from your creator that a happy outcome of all things is guaranteed. And this is something that has been up for me for sure. The idea that, and it's something that we come back to every time again, right? It's like, when are we going to learn the lesson? When are we going to be comfortable with the promise of abundance, the promise of happiness, the promise of our creator always being there for us? And for some folks, it's really easy. Some folks, talking to myself here, sometimes it takes a lot of getting hit over the head and deciding, do I want to trust in the divine or do I want to trust in myself? And if you think about it, whoever you are, if you're watching this, you have survived 100% of all of the terrible things that life has thrown at you. I'm not saying that you deserve them. I'm not saying that you got out of those things unscathed, but you're still here. You're still living. You're still breathing. You are still worthy, deserving of this happiness, of this happy ending. Let this be the rainbow in your storms. There's the title. What is this about? Can we get any kind of insight? Is this about a relationship? You wanted to come out. Is this about work? What is this about? You were eager as well. All right, we'll leave it at that for now. So what is this about? What are you becoming the student of? Is it just your thoughts, or is it something particular? Mm. So we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed, and we have the Seven of Wands upright. Let me just sit with these for a second. Well, we have the full spectrum of suits represented here: swords, cups, pentacles, wands. That's interesting. So what is this trying to show us? It's this idea that you don't have to fight anymore. Maybe the divine offerings seemed blocked. And maybe it's because you still think you have to fight, that you have to prove your worthiness to God, that you have to do something to show that you are worthy, that you're trying to receive some kind of blessing or confirmation from God that you're not sinful, that that you have every right to receive these things that are coming to you. And you do. God can't judge because God cannot condemn. The whole idea that the creator would judge his creation as sinful is ludicrous. And it's not how I understand God to be, and it's not how these are really pointing to. Any of these are pointing to, especially our friend Hafiz. When Hafiz talks about the divine, he talks about the divine as a beloved, as a friend, as someone that you can go to be cared for and loved. And there's no subjugation. You don't have to say the rosary 300 times. You don't have to kneel. You don't have to fast and abstain from things to be worthy of God's handout. Ace of Pentacles, the hand of God. You don't have to. You don't have to fight. You don't have to fight your divine right. There's another title. You don't have to fight your divine right. You are, just by you being here, means that you are deserving of the love. You are deserving of the happy ending. You are deserving of the abundance. You are deserving of the car, the house, the relationship, the travel, all of it, without question. So dream bigger, because the universe is not on a budget. Figure all these out. So, like I always do, I like to end with, actually, before we get into Hafiz, since we've talked about God a lot here, maybe there's another deity that we might want to look to gain a different point of view of where you are and what's happening for you. All right, so what archetypical energies are available for our viewers right now? Who is someone else they can call on if a white bearded patriarch is unappealing? And this is the Divine Masculine Healing Oracle, so they are all going to be masculine energies. But who else wants to give wisdom or information to the folks who found this reading? So there's a lot for number of balance. Do we want to play with all of these, or do we want to just pick one? Let's feel it out. Melchizedek. Look at that. Pretty colors. This is the Divine Masculine Healing Oracle by Christabel Jessica, the artwork by Cecilia G.F. And are these alphabetical? Yes, they are. All right. Seek wisdom from a mentor to open new gateways to your soul. Teach and share your knowledge, for as you teach, you learn on a deeper level. It is a time to focus on learning something new. Seeking a mentor will assist you in seeking a mentor will assist you in elevating you to a new level. Hidden pieces of wisdom dormant within you will be unlocked, awaiting the right time and conditions to bloom. With this newfound understanding, you will be ushered onto a path of higher passion and illuminated truths. A mentor can help you bridge the zone of proximal development, the space between what you can learn unassisted and what you can achieve with educational support. I'll type this all up and put it in the description if you want to read more of it. I just want to read here more about Melchizedek, because that's a unique figure. He comes up in spiritual circles, but if you're new to this, 1414, as I'm saying that might be a new name for you. Melchizedek, meaning my king is righteousness in Canaanite, is remembered as not only the king of Salem, but also the first ever priest. He was the first person to be referred to with the title Kohen, Kohen, priest in the Bible. Written about in the Old and New Testaments, Melchizedek is revered so strongly that Abraham, the first Hebrew patriarch, offered to pay him tithes demonstrating the magnitude of his importance. Yeshua, also known as Jesus, held the title of high priest in the order of Melchizedek, according to the New Testament's epistle to the Hebrews. Other important biblical figures who were initiated into the priesthood of Melchizedek include Moses, Elijah, and Isaiah. So, with that said, and also the fact that these other three popped out, this is pointing to the idea of more mystic teachings. Your inner mystic is coming online. And that's the third title for this. Your inner mystic is coming online, and they are encouraging you to seek a mentor, seek counsel, seek someone to work with. And there are great places to find those mentors. I have recently started using a mentor through the SCORE website. I will also link that below as well. It's totally free, and they will pair you with a mentor, or you can pick your own. And it's about different business things, but you can sort it like the woman that I'm working with. She opened a yoga studio and developed this kind of yoga studio franchise in her state, so to speak. And it's a great resource. I've been learning a lot about myself and how I am presenting my offerings to the world. So I will leave that in the link in the description below. And I kind of do just want to see what these are. They don't matter. They don't matter because it's this idea of these mentors, these teachers, the lineage that you are entering into. So let's see what Hafiz has to say now. What's a way to wrap this up, Hafiz? What's something? It was you. Take action. 14. I think I said 1414 before. That's auspicious. 14 reduces to 5. 14. Take action. The mind is like a bow, and our thoughts can be golden arrows. Who is not always hunting satisfaction? Who is not beseeching a kiss from the mouth of heaven? Knowing her lips and having a key to her house, let me be your guide. The time for reflection has passed. Show up, stand up, step up, make that next move. Action has genius fire in it, and it can revitalize and kindle your life, relationships, and projects. Don't hold back. Instead, hold yourself in the alignment of what you know is your highest truth and take action toward embodying that truth through your deeds. So, what would it be like if you knew the happy outcome was guaranteed? What if you knew that not only did you have a high priest assisting you, but you also had Ganesha and Atlas and Anubis all on your team? And what a great kind of variation here. Atlas, I believe, is Greek. Anubis is, of course, Egyptian. And Ganesha is Hindu, Indian. And, of course, Melchizedek, I think we were saying, was Hebrew. So there is a lot of support here for you to take that action. So, knowing that a happy outcome to all things is guaranteed, knowing that the hand of God is reaching out to you, knowing that you have this support and that you are the only one fighting it, what would you do? What would you be fighting for if you knew the happy outcome is guaranteed? Because the happy outcome is guaranteed. The happy outcome is guaranteed. And I think we'll leave it there. If you found value in this, I am so grateful. If you didn't, but think someone else might, feel free to share it with them. Thank you for all of the subscriptions and the comments. I read them all. Thank you for the likes and thank you for the donations. And I post these videos every Tuesday and Thursday, so be sure to check back then. And until next time, my friends, I'm wishing you nothing but peace, love, and happiness from this day forward. Take care.